Hello everyone and welcome back to our series on EasyEO. In this episode we are computing NDVI in 10 lines of Python or even less. So this is the notebook we are using. The link to the repository is in the description. This is the repository and the file we are using today is in the spectral indices folder and the NDVI in 10 lines. You can open it from Colab here and run it in Colab. It will work, or you can also run it locally because this episode uses a hosted sample dataset. But if you have your own dataset you want to use rather than the sample dataset, you just pass it to the load raster and it will work for you. With further instructions in this cell, in case you have your rasters separately, there is also instruction here as well. Let me go back to VS Code and then let's run it from there. So back to Visual Studio Code, you can take some time and read this section and then know what to do in case you have not installed EasyEO, especially if you are running this tutorial locally. But if it is in Colab, just uncomment this cell and run it and everything should be fine. In the first cell, we are importing the load sample dataset helper and the load raster also. Load sample dataset is what fetches the sample dataset onto our system and caches it. It doesn't ship directly with the installation of the package. So on the first run, it will fetch it and cache it on your system. And on subsequent calls, it will return the cache rather. I have fetched it before, so when we do the describe, you will see the path of it on my system as it is cached. And this we are calling load raster. And in the sample data set, there is a Sentinel-2 cloud optimized geotiff, which is a stack of blue, green, red, and near infrared bands. There is also the link to the data set in the description. If you come, the Zenodo link will take you here. And you see these are the files. There is bands 2, 3, 4, and 8, each of them with their respective cloud optimized geotiff. And there is also a DEM with a cloud optimized geotiff. There is a ROI vector file and the Sentinel-2. This is the cog we are using. You can use the Sentinel-2 small also, which is not a cloud optimized geotiff. It will still work. Just to show you that EasyEO can handle cloud optimized geotiffs as well. Back to Visual Studio Code. So here we load it and EasyEO allows you to assign the band names at read time. What that means is that in this stack of 4 bands, ideally or usually, what I will do is that if I want to access the blue band, I will use an index of 1, the green I will use an index of 2, red 3, and the NIR I will use 4. But EasyEO allows you to override those ones, not just override, but also assign band names to it, so that instead of 3, I can just say red, instead of 2, I can just say green. And in this scene.describe, we are saying that it should describe the data set for us. So we see the description here. And if you want an approximate statistics of all the bands in the raster, you can also do this and you have an approximate statistics. If you want exact statistic, you do this. But because this is a very small raster, EasyEO gives exact statistics, whether you pass approximate or exact. But for very large rasters, I recommend that you pass in approximate. And in this, as I said in the opening, is instructions on if you want to run and load the bands separately and the various ways you can run the NDVI as well. You can comment them and play around with them. But we can also compute the NDVI directly on the scene like I'm doing here. So here I'm calling red and near infrared instead of integer-based indexing. And I'm giving a name to this one also, just like the load raster takes in band names. You can give names to every EasyEO raster dataset so that you can call it later on. So I'll run this one. I get the type and the shape. And here we are plotting the raster. EasyEO allows you to plot the raster. You can call the plot raster on the dataset directly. Here we have color bar equal to true because we want a color bar at the side, and the color bar's label should be NDVI values. You can see here that this is our plot with the color bar at the side. But this plot has undergone what you call percentile stretch normalization from the 2nd to the 98th percentile. EasyEO does that by default to enhance the visualization of the plots. But if you don't want it, you can set stretch equal to false so that you see the full raw values of the raster. But for visualization purposes, choosing the 2nd to the 98th percentile is okay. It removes the noise also, and it improves the visualization. You can see this is a bit blurry as well because there are some outliers, let me say so, of noise in it. But if you want it full, you can also use it like this. And if you want to save the raster, you can just call .save raster and it will save it for you. You pass your driver here. You can see from where I'm running that there is no file there, but if I do run, I have my NDVI showing right here. And all that we have done, if you want it in a single line, this is it, because EasyEO allows you to chain the methods as well. So this place is loading the raster, performing NDVI and plotting all in one. You can also replace the plot with a save and it will still work. So I am here in QGIS. So I'll try and load the NDVI we just created. And then when I load it, you see that it's exactly the same file. Of course, I can come to the layer styling and then change it from gray to greens. But just for you to know that the file has been created and it can be opened with any geospatial software that supports it. So that, my friends, is how we compute NDVI in 10 lines of Python, I think even less. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I reply them as quickly as I can. And thank you very much for your time. Until next time, it is goodbye.